Welcome back to another episode of Real Ass Affirmations. I'm Chisa Pennix-Brown, and today I want to talk to you about communication styles, because as things change in the world, as we get new technology, as we change our locations, as we change our slang, as we change our colloquialisms, the way that we speak to each other, and the time that we speak to each other, it causes dynamics, specifically when we talk about things like social media, that allow people to think that they can be in your business and talk to you any kind of way because that's how they feel. But I'm here for you today to tell you that you need to set boundaries, because if you don't set boundaries, then people will step over that line and they will cross it, and there will eventually be a problem. But if you teach people how to treat you, and you have a protocol that is set up, and you let people know what this protocol is, then they should not have a problem following it. And regardless of how someone else does business, regardless of how someone else likes to be contacted, you are an individual. And you deserve the respect based upon how you want to communicate and conduct yourself. So our message today is watch your motherfucking tone. Watch your motherfucking tone when you are talking to me. Watch your tone when you are texting to me. Watch your tone when you are sending me a motherfucking email. Watch your tone. Now, you may say, what? It's no tone in there. Yes, it is. It's a tone because you have a lot of PAMFs. Do you know what PAMFs are? Passive aggressive motherfuckers who really want to say something to you in a certain way, but they use their fingers to type these messages that could possibly be construed in a constructive way, but they're also throwing a little bit of shade. And I'm sure you've seen those types of messages. You also have MAMFs. Now, MAMFs are microaggressive motherfuckers. They do little teensy-weensy things that consistently get on your nerves because they know that there is a protocol. They know that they should treat you a certain way, but they throw those little microaggressions in every now and then. And that typically has something to do with gender or race, right? Now, you also have IDGAFMFs. Do you know what those are? I don't give a fuck, motherfuckers. Now, those are the people who you have told repeatedly how you want to be communicated with, and they still persist to do what the fuck they want to do. And you know what happens to those people? Those motherfuckers get left on red. Those people don't get a reply until they actually do things the way that you ask them to. So, in your life, you have all of these different type of whats? Motherfuckers. Because they're there to fuck with your nerves. Instead of just making things easy and sending things the way that you want, if you tell a motherfucker don't reply all, motherfucker don't reply all, send that shit directly to me. Because now you've started the chain of cataclysmic events and emails that bombard me, and I am not interested in getting a million emails that say, okay, thanks, saw it. Yeah. What else? No, there was a way to communicate in that message. Also, text messaging, right? Please watch your motherfucking tone. Those capital letters, those things resonate in my spirit and tell me that if we were in person, you would be talking at a heightened sense. And I would then be getting some type of anxiety, which would tell me this is about to be something. And so that tone that you have in that text message, that email, that DM, whatever it is. When you put all of those capital letters, that leads me to believe that if we were in person, you'd be yelling at me. You'd possibly be shouting. You're aggressive. So what does that do? That puts me on the defensive, and anybody else who understands communication and etiquette. Etiquette is there to protect those motherfuckers. And if you happen to be one of those motherfuckers, please stop doing this shit to people like me. People like you that are listening who understand what it is to communicate effectively and understand correspondence and understand protocol. We do not like that shit. So now, let's do a breathing exercise because you may have experienced this type of communication error today. It might happen tomorrow. It happened last week. And what happens to you is it puts you in a sense of fight or flight because you might want to throw hands, but we don't have time to do that. We're professionals. We're grown-ups. We have shit to lose. So what I want you to do when you get one of these messages is to read the message at least 3 times so that this way you can see how you felt initially, that burn inside. Then read it over the second time for clarity so that this way you know when you get back on your device what you're going to type. And then the third time, that's when you become a real ass motherfucker. Okay? Because over here, Real Ass Affirmations, we on some real shit. So read your messages over at least 3 times. That's step 1. Step 2 is before you actually send the message, I want you to sit and I want you to breathe in and I want you to breathe out. We're going to do this exercise 3 times. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I want you to say. So breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Breathe out for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm the motherfucker you want today. That's what we're going to say. I'm the motherfucker you want today. Breathe in again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2. Who the fuck do they think they're talking to? Who the fuck do they think they're talking to? Now breathe in again. I'm a real ass motherfucker. I'm a real ass motherfucker. And I am going to handle this with grace and dignity and possibly a little bit of pettiness. I'm a real ass motherfucker. And I'm going to handle this with grace and dignity and possibly a little bit of pettiness. One more time. I'm a real ass motherfucker. And I'm going to handle this with grace and dignity and possibly a little bit of pettiness. Do you see how calm you feel now? I know I'm feeling calmer. I feel better for you. Anytime you need to come back to this, please do. Anytime that you feel like there's somebody that you need to send because they fit one of those other motherfuckers, they fit the description, you go ahead and you send them this link to this podcast. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you download. Give us a review and come back anytime you have a failure to communicate. Anytime somebody does not follow the protocol that you have set forth for how you want to be communicated with. Because you're a real ass motherfucker. And I'll see you on our next episode.